This is a stimulus check update for May 5th. In this video, I'm going over the current check delivery timeline, some updates with SSI, SSDI, veterans, and Direct Express errors. Then I'll get into your questions that you leave for me in the comments. First, let's talk about SSI, SSDI, and veterans and when you should expect your check. This is the number one question I'm getting in my comments, and I want to address it right now. It seems like many people who are veteran, SSI, SSDI haven't received their check yet, but have received a date of May 6th of when they're expected to receive direct deposit or direct express deposit. I find it strange that I'm learning more about check delivery dates in my comment section than I am from the IRS or news sources. So if you are expecting a May 6th date to get your check, put it down in the comments below. This way everyone could see what status you are, SSI, veterans, and then if you are still waiting for your check, put that down in the comments below, and we'll all try to help each other in the comments section. I want to thank everyone for commenting and helping each other out. It's been great, and I've been getting a lot of feedback. So if you haven't been able to gain access through the Get My Payment tool to see when your check is coming, it looks like May 6th is going to be a big day for people receiving direct deposit, direct express, or however you are receiving your payments from the government on a monthly basis is the same way you're going to receive the $1,200 stimulus check. If you normally receive a paper check from the government, expect delays there because IRS has reported that it could be up to 14 days before the recipient actually receives the check from the time that they are supposed to mail it out. And if you haven't been able to access the Get My Payment tool and you're wondering if May 6th is when you're going to receive your benefits, if you look in your bank account online, if you could see a pending deposit, or if you have it on the Direct Express card and see if there's a pending deposit that way. Really quick, let me mention the paper check schedule, then I'm going to address Direct Express and veterans. So here we have $30,000 or less, and it's going to be mailed out on May 8th, not received in your mailbox, and expect up to 14 days of delay. Next, let's talk about Direct Express errors. So if you are expecting to receive your stimulus check via Direct Express, according to the latest IRS news release, it says for Direct Express account holders, you may use the non-filers tool, but you cannot receive your and your children's payment on your Direct Express account. You may only select a bank account for direct deposit or leave blank information and receive the money by mail. Also, if you have checked the Get My Payment tool and the numbers of the bank account that the Get My Payment tool says for you is where you're going to receive your stimulus check doesn't match your Direct Express card, it's actually showing the Comerica bank account number. And you should receive your stimulus check on your Direct Express card the same way that you receive your monthly benefits, even though the numbers don't match. Next, let's talk about veterans and when veterans should expect to see their check. So the IRS initially said that early May is when veterans are going to receive their check. Then they're pushing it back to mid-May. That means over 100 million Americans have received their stimulus checks before veterans have even gotten a public date. Now, fortunately for all the veterans, thank you so much for your service. I appreciate you leaving comments down in the description below. I've actually gotten a lot of comments from veterans saying that May 6th is the day that they're going to expect their stimulus check. Veterans who are on VA benefits receiving that monthly payment. Just a reminder, today, May 5th, is the deadline to file and claim your dependents, although I don't really think it's going to help because people who have used the non-filers tool before to claim dependents did not receive their $500 per dependent along with their stimulus check. So if we look at the IRS news release, the most recent one here, so for anyone who didn't file or claim a dependent, it says this. Their payment will be $1,200. By law, the additional $500 per eligible child amount would be paid in association with the return filing for tax year 2020. So this is what happened to a lot of people who claimed dependents expecting $500 along with their $1,200 stimulus check per dependent, have not received it and unfortunately have to wait until 2021. And I've been trying to do a lot of digging and seeing about veterans and seeing if there's any more information. I went to va.gov, Department of Veterans Affairs, and nothing there. Not even a FAQ to help veterans navigate around when they're going to get the stimulus check or what to do, how they're going to receive it. Absolutely nothing on the VA, which is shameful. Yesterday, military.com published this article with the IRS deadline looming. Some veterans may still wait months for stimulus money. All right, so let me break this article down for you. And I'm sorry, I keep mentioning veterans. It's an issue that's very close to heart. I'm sure you have friends and family who have served. I have friends and family who are serving and have served, and they risked their lives just so that we could live in such an amazing country, and yet treated like garbage. It's horrible. I'm sure all of you are wondering, what is the holdup? So if we look here, lawmakers have wondered why the VA can't just contact the Treasury Department and let it know which veterans on disability also have dependents, and just give them the information so all our veterans can be paid. So my prediction is May 6th to May 12th is probably when veterans are going to receive their checks. I haven't seen this in a news source, just in the comments that you leave for me down below. Now let's go into my comments and I'll answer some of your questions. If you want your questions answered, just leave them down in the description below and I'll address them in my next video. So first comment comes from Amanda Denman. I read that if you're on disability and were claimed by someone else on their taxes, you won't get anything. Unfortunately, this is true. So if you're an adult, if you're 20, 30, 70 years old, and you were claimed as a dependent, unfortunately, under the CARES Act, you will not be eligible for a stimulus check, even if SSI, SSDI, veteran. Then if we scroll down, Flashback Charisma channel, question, am I allowed to use the Get My Payment tool? Yes or no? Situation is Social Security direct deposit, no dependents. To answer your question, you can use the Get My Payment tool. Although the Get My Payment tool for SSI, SSDI, veterans, it seems to work half the time. Some people are able to get information and know when they're going to get paid and have their payment status. With other people, they can't even access it, or it may say payment status not available. The reason why it says payment status not available is because the IRS hasn't updated the portal with your information and let you know when your payment is coming. So you can use it, but it seems like 50% of the time it is not working and giving the right information. Next question comes from Rhonda Strelka. I get my SSI direct deposit on my NetSpend card. How do I get my stimulus payment? You will receive it on your NetSpend card. I know I'm always talking about Direct Express card because that's the most common way that Social Security recipients are receiving it. But yes, on your NetSpend card, Green Dot card, however you're receiving your monthly payments is the same way you'll get the stimulus check. Next comment comes from Tracy Hooper. I have Direct Express card. I have not received my stimulus check yet. I can't get answers from anybody. Do you know what's going on? So unfortunately, none of us know what's going on, and it would be helpful if the IRS, Comerica, or Direct Express, or any of these organizations would at least let people know of the delays, especially if everyone else is receiving their stimulus check but you. It really is shameful, all the lies that millions of Americans have received, expecting their stimulus check, then being delayed and delayed. It's not fair, and you definitely don't deserve to be treated that way. I've been spending hours a day researching all this information, trying to find dates and everything like that, but as soon as I know what's going on, I'm going to report it to you. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel if you want the latest stimulus check updates of when you're going to get your money, and if you want to learn about the second stimulus check coming soon. Next question comes from 2012 DNT. My wife and I are both on Social Security disability, and today we received a direct deposit for $1,200. Should it have been $2,400, or will there be another $1,200 coming soon? So yes, you will get $1,200 per person, assuming that your wife wasn't claimed as a dependent. If she wasn't claimed as a dependent, then she will receive a $1,200 check as well, the same way that she receives SSDI. I'm going to wrap up the video here. If you have any more questions you want answered, leave it down in the comments below. Take care, stay safe, and hopefully you get your money soon. Thank you for watching.